Welcome to a very, very special video today. It's a highly requested one, and it's one that I've been meaning to do, to be honest, for quite some time now, because I look at the FIFA YouTube scene right now, and it's just the same people making the same videos all over again. And this I'm just gonna try and explain to you guys, especially at the beginning of a new FIFA. A lot of people don't know what formations to pick, etc. And I'm just gonna try to explain in simple terms what I'm finding works best, etc., etc. I mean, I understand. I can't ask the game destroyers to make videos like these, because the only formation they know which one to line up into Saki A of. And I guess the closest to this is probably what Kwasi and Ovi's videos, which definitely have the fancy titles. They definitely also have the fancy thumbnails. But then you click and you open the video and you quickly realize it's two washed up wannabe pros who haven't been relevant in 10 years making clickbait titles because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Like I said, I'm gonna try and clarify this straight away. There is not one overpowered dominant formation that's gonna destroy all the other formations. There isn't. You'll quickly see the best way, in my opinion, to line them up and what's working best. So straight away, guys, I'm gonna kick it with my personal favorite right now. I guess before I get into that, the formations, right? When because you look at this and a lot of people just start getting confused. What do I pick? How do I select? What to do? I'm gonna try and keep it simple. You have to decide either 2 centre mids or 3 centre mids generally, or 1 striker or 2 strikers, and then you go off there. What do you personally prefer? Now I see a lot of people just wanting to copy. Oh, I want to copy the exact formation and tactics and instructions that pro uses, so I can play like that. I'm going to tell you straight away, do not, because you have your own unique style, okay? And that's always going to be your best style. It's impossible trying to replicate how others play. And when I say impossible, I mean, if you look at last year, probably, if you see Bateson and Craig just doing a tornado crosses, yeah, okay, that's easy to replicate. It's not rocket science to do that. But I just generally mean stick to your strengths, because trust me, at the end of the day, that's what's going to work best for you. So yeah, I'm going to tell you straight away, this is my personal favorite right now. It's simple, because crossing, wing play, especially crossing, Tank the Lord, has been massively nerfed. So a formation like this now comes back into play. Is it as strong as FIFA 15, FIFA 16? We're going to have to wait and see. But this is how I personally would line up an arrow. Benzema gets off straight away. Vinicius Bay. Benzema for Cruz. Where's Tony? This is the base. What you want from here is simple. Quick 1-2s between the camps and the centre mids, and look out for the true balls to the strikers. Instructions. This is the most beautiful thing, guys, because the only good thing that they done on FIFA 19, literally the only one good thing they done, was the instructions actually do their job. And that's crucial, because instructions can change how a formation plays. With instructions, you can set up a formation whichever way you want. So I'll explain. Straight away, narrow simple. Narrow is what you get. It's what you're seeing right now. That's how it's going to line up. You don't want it lining up any other way. So, get in behind. This is obviously my personal instructions. I like to set my cam on stay forward. And this is a very important new one, which you're going to see me put on a lot on the CDMs. It's called drop between defenders. What this does is self-explanatory. In this case, Casemiro drops between Ramos and Varane. You see this a lot in real life. You can enable the fullbacks to push forward. Although if I were you, I'm still hesitant. I wouldn't be too just trigger happy to set them joining the attack or whatnot, even though you're gonna have 3 at the back, because if your opponent tells the white players to stay forward, you could be in big trouble. So Personally, I'd leave them on either stay back or balance, finds which works best for you, and the CDM drop in between the centre backs. Now, the two centre mids, you can line them up however you want. You can leave them unbalanced, or you could, for example, have this one as the box to box, and you can tell him more to be like a cam kind of thing. So you can tell him to push forward. I personally leave it like this on narrow, and what you're looking straight away, guys, with this front three is direct, quick, fast pace. You're not gonna see me putting Benzema and players like that in this lineup, especially these two. These two are gonna provide a little bit of width for you, so they need to be very, very fast, very quick, very good at dribbling to create chances. Hopefully, like I said, this formation can return to its glory days, because it's an easy formation to play, very good going forward especially. Something similar to this is the 4-3-2-1. So the 4-3-2-1, same concept, it's just the front three are lined up different. Now I'd probably line it up like this, and Casemiro comes on full cruise like that. Same concept here, guys. Him on drop between, fullbacks, whatever, wide centre mids. The only difference is how the front three is shaped. The best example I can give you with this is think of the Liverpool in real life. I like to do it like this. These two to stay forward, or get him behind as well. And leave him as he is. He's going to become like your creator. He's like the Firmino in real life. Them two will be like the Salah, Mane. Them two, your white players, will get the majority of the goals. Kind of the same as Liverpool. He'll get his fair share of goals as well, but he's more like a creator. And it works brilliantly, to be honest. Like I said, it's a very, very good formation this year. Mainly, literally, because this drop in between is huge. Because before, I felt like it was too pushed forward like this. It makes him stay back, and it kind of enables the formation to play even better. I'm sticking with the 3 centre mids for now. So another very good, no, I say very good, 4-1-4-1. You look at it and you're like, trash. In real life, this formation is becoming very popular, and it's for a reason. But I look at it like this and I'm like, it's not good enough. I look at it and see, you see the striker, he's on his own, no support. Watch the magic. All you have to do, chub him, boom. Guardiola who? Let me tell you. The way this is set up is the white players will become like wingers, but even better. Because what happens, I don't like wingers. I'm going to tell you straight away, I don't like the wingers the way they're set up. They're kind of useless, too far wide, to just don't get involved enough for me. That's my personal opinion. I know other people that can get wingers to play. I just can't get them to play good for me. So what I do is this, and once again, you have the 3 centre mids. Do whatever you want. Obviously, like I said, him always drop back for now, drop between for now. I'm liking that. And these two, whatever you want. Him as the further forward, him as the box to box. And now he's got support. So stay forward, boom. Guardiola who? And this team ain't losing to Norwich like that, I'll tell you that much. It's just, it works so much better. Same, no, I backed out. Same concept, a very similar formation to that is the 4-5-1 flat. People look at this and like, oh, who uses these formations? They're trash. You look at them, yeah, as it is, it's trash. But like I said, boom, and boom. And now the striker has support. Same thing with these 3. Do whatever you want. You get the idea? I'm not insisting that the stay forward all of a sudden is just gonna, it just makes this formation a lot better. Because as it is, the striker's isolated, this enables them to help. And you've still got a 3 centre mid, so you maintain equilibrium. Now, I think that's it for 3 centre mids. You're not going to see me go through all the formations. Like I said, I don't like the 4-3-3s. I just prefer these 2 I've just mentioned. So now let's move on to the 2. The 2 centre mids, 2 CDMs. I'm going to kick it off with the probably the most popular formation from last year. This is simple, guys. The beauty of this formation and why it's very popular is you can line it up whichever way you want. You've got 2 CDMs, which are crucial. They're always going to be there. So defensively, it's always going to be very, very solid. And you look at this front 4 and you're like, in real life, you're not going to see these 4 playing together. You're just not. Same thing with Barcelona's Griezmann, Messi, Dembele, Suarez. You're not going to see the front 4 playing together. But on FIFA, we don't have to worry about that. This front four can work, and it works very, very good. So, instructions. Him, get him behind. The striker is obviously going to be crucial, but in this formation 4-2-3-1, the striker can set up to assist a lot. He's like a target man-esque. I didn't set the instruction as target man. I prefer getting behind, but it's the same kind of concept. Now, these three are your magic players, because these three, you can line them up like this, boom, and boom, like I showed you earlier, and it acts like a 4-3-3. The middle one will kind of drop a bit, but you could also do this, which will be a bit offensive, but it can work. And you could also do this, which literally makes it a 4-3-3, but he'll still be the one pushing forward the most. The most crucial thing about this formation is this guy right here. There's a reason I put Hazard here. Everything goes through the middle cam. He's going to be the one most likely scoring the most goals in your team, even more than the striker, and he'll be the one assisting, creating everything. White players as well. They are cams, but do not put De Bruyne on the wing, do not put Eriksen, because these guys are not cams. These are more like wingers. They're going to be wide, they need pace. You need pace, it's crucial. So do not put, even, like I said, don't even put De Bruyne in this position, because this position, he'll be the one making the run behind the striker and everything. If you're going to have someone like De Bruyne in a formation like this, put him as one of the two CDMs. It's simple as that. So, like I said, this formation is always going to be strong, very good defensively, and you can line it up however you want. One of my personal favorites this year, 4-2-2. Fantastic formation this year. It works even better than last year. It's the same concept, but we've got two strikers. And two strikers, it works a lot better than last year, in my opinion. What you can do with this formation, simple. You've got it like this front four, two CDMs. The thing is, this is where you have to be careful. It's easy to be like, oh, I'll set him stay forward, him stay forward. Fair enough. But what happens when you do this? Completely disbalance. You lose the equilibrium, you lose the balance, and you're in trouble. You've got four players, front four, just sitting there, and two in midfield. In FIFA, balance, like I've mentioned, is not as crucial like it is in real life, but it's still crucial. You do this, you lose the balance. So I wouldn't do this. Leave them on balance, and they get involved a lot more into the play this year, the wide cams, even set like this, and you have the two strikers you can combine with quite beautifully. CDMs, I personally, one of them stay back, the other one on normal. There's a reason why I didn't put drop in between, by the way. I don't like it when it's on two CDMs. It's better when it's just one. And your fullbacks do whatever you want. Very, very good formation. Something similar to the 4-2-2 is the 4-4-2. But I'm going to tell you straight away, I can't get it to work yet. I can't. It's just, what I'm finding is, you've got these two wide players, and they're not getting involved. How do you make them involved? What I told you earlier. But what happens when you do that? It's the same thing I've just told you with 4-2-2. You end up with two in midfield and four up front. So it's like a 4-2-4. So it's a bit risky. Hopefully I can get this formation to work, because I do love this formation. But as it is, these wide players do not get involved. Right mid and left mid are not getting involved for me unless I tell them to stay forward. Then they do. Then they create magic. So it's kind of risky with this, because you have two in the middle, but you still have the two up front. This formation, if I were to use it, I'd leave it as it is. Just obviously the strikers getting behind, I guess, and getting behind. This formation, it's tough to get back to its glory days from 18. It was kind of effective on 19 towards the end, because these wide players, before, they used to get in on the end on the wing and do a driven shot. But the driven shot, once again this year, is very, very inconsistent, unfortunately. So it's kind of a lot of messing about with this. But yeah, I guess that's it for main formations, guys, honestly. Those are the ones I like using the most. So for a lot of the others, I'm not going to use... Actually, wait a minute, I forgot one. I'm going to call this the X Factor. The X Factor formation. 3-5-2. I'm going to tell you straight away with 3-5-2. It works better this year than any other FIFA, probably since FIFA 13. Very simple. The reason why is if you do this and you do this, it acts like a 3-5-2 in real life. The biggest issue with 3-5-2 in past FIFAs was that these wide players do not come back as much as they should, and they leave a gap between him and the wide centre back. Now they actually fill it very well. And the good thing with this formation is going forward, you've got plenty of options. The one thing I'll tell you straight away, every formation you need the right players, but this one especially, it's crucial. You see me put Marcelo here, you think, yeah, Marcelo works well in a 3-5-2. Let me tell you, yeah, he can defend, he can attack, but these white players, even on comeback on defense, end up on the end of finishing chances. And Marcelo is not good enough to finish chances. Bale is kind of perfect for this formation. So there's a lot of, you have to kind of be careful to set it up right. Obviously, you've got the 3 centre-backs, so that changes things a lot. I'll do this. And then you've got the 2 up front, and a cam, and 2 CDMs. So you can see why it's a very good formation. And even looking at it visually, it seems like it's got everything. But there's a lot of messing about with the right instructions, etc., etc. But look out for this year. It could be the X Factor formation. Other than that, guys, that's it on formations. I'm going to tell you one thing, though, because a lot of I get asked this a lot. No one kind of goes through this. I'm going to try and explain it to you guys before I end the vid. The controls, because there's a few new controls this year, and a lot of you guys don't know what they mean, and you get confused. So here we go. Time finishing, obviously, on, still not as effective, thank God, but still on. This one, I hate it, I always put it on off. Pass block assistance, they added this last year. I still don't know what difference it makes, or for one, I've left it on. Now, air balls. Used to be only air balls, now it's air balls and loose balls. I fully recommend doing this on auto switching 100%. The one good thing with this, looking at it, loose balls, is how many times last year there's a loose ball and it doesn't select the player for you and it just doesn't lock on. Hopefully this fixes it, I'm guessing. So have it on air balls and loose balls. This one, a lot of people don't know what it means. Auto switch and move assistance is pretty much when you switch to the player, if you have it on none, you're automatically straight away in control. If you put it on low, which I recommend, it leaves the player kind of moving a little bit in the direction he was, so that way it kind of gives you some time to react. I don't recommend high though. Low is, in my opinion, perfect. Jockey. This is a new one, assist or manual. It's kind of simple. When you see something like this, it's obviously best to leave it on assisted, guys, because I've never tried it on manual and probably never will. I'm guessing it just means with assisted, you it's just better. It's just the way it is. Right stick switching, another new one. Player relative or ball relative. Player relative is how we've been using the player switching. When it works with the right stick, it obviously goes to the player you kind of, like I said, when it works, to the one you kind of switch the stick on. If it's ball relative, it will depend on where the ball is. So if the ball is, I don't know, towards the back or towards the front, it will, the right stick, when you switch it, it goes to the one depending on the ball, so who's closest to the ball. This is why I recommend leaving it on player relative. This is how we're used to. It's just better off, I guess, if you're used to that. So pass assistance, these ones, the usual ones, I leave them as they are. And long sprint, definitely off. Much prefer it. It just seems better, guys. And last but not least, pass receiver lock. This is an interesting one to mess about with. What this means is when you give a pass, obviously to your teammate, it immediately, as soon as you give it, if you put it on early, as soon as you give it, it selects the player. So it kind of makes me question how would this work? Like if I give the pass, it's kind of interesting. It makes you think. There's a lot of experimenting with this, put it that way. I've only played on late. Late is how it is right now, on how we're used to. Early, like I said, it just selects the player and it kind of push him towards the ball, or you can try and make a run with him. Interesting to mess about with this. For now, just leave it on default and everything goes on. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's been one I've been meaning to do, and it's a crucial one because a lot of people get confused when really it's not that complicated, guys. Just hopefully this gave you a better idea. New FIFA coming out in a week now, guys. We're almost here. I'll be streaming it a lot. I'm gonna leave my link in the description, guys, for my Twitch. A lot of people were asking me about that, so yeah. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and peace.